अपनी पहली एसआईपी कुछ ही महीने में स्टार्ट करने की सोच रहे हो तो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस, आप अपने फाइनेंशियल ग्रोथ के लिए एक बड़ा स्टेप ले रहे हो. बट बिफोर यू एक्चुअली गो अहेड एंड पुट योर मनी इन दैट म्यूचुअल फंड, you gotta ask yourself these important questions. Is it the right mutual fund for my goals? Is the expense ratio high? What actually makes a good mutual fund? If you think these questions are unnecessary, then just have a look at this article first that says most SIP investors in India quit their SIPs before the 3-year mark. 3 years. They completely miss the whole point of doing an SIP, which is to steadily and consistently invest through all the ups and downs. The volatility, the crashes, the random 10% drops. That's literally why SIPs exist. But then why are people quitting in just 3 years? इसका जवाब ढूंढने से पहले ये stat देखो. 40% of SIP money invested since 2021 has earned zero profit. Zero. मतलब इन लोगों ने SIP स्टार्ट तो किया, पर बस 3-4 साल के बाद जब इन्वेस्टर ने प्रॉफिट नहीं दिखा तो SIP बंद कर दिया. And just like you, I wanted to know why. So I dug deeper online and found something interesting on why most people get their SIP game wrong. See, it's not that SIPs don't work. It's just that people are making the same 5 mistakes over and over again with their SIPs, which finally makes them quit after 3 years. So today, I'm going to break down every single one of these mistakes and share some hidden secrets that fund houses won't tell you. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to not be part of that 40% who's losing out. Welcome to Stack. I'm Vanshika, your finance bestie, and I'm here to make sure your finances are all stacked in order, right from your 20s. So hit subscribe now. But first, let's get clear on 5 terms that every first-time investor should know. First things first, an SIP or a systematic investment plan basically allows you to invest a fixed amount every month. And the magic with an SIP is that when markets fall, you can buy more units for the same money. And when markets rise, you buy fewer. Now, the company running your mutual fund is called an AMC, or the asset management company. These are HDFC AMC, SBI AMC, Nippon AMC, to name a few. Another word you must have seen is NAV. It stands for net asset value. Think of it like the price of 1 unit of your mutual fund. If a fund's NAV is 100 rupees and you invest 10,000 rupees, you get 100 units. It's that simple. Then we have a fee called expense ratio, जो फंड हाउस आपको चार्ज करता है आपके पैसे मैनेज करने के लिए. It's not paid separately. It's deducted automatically from your returns daily before the NAV is published. So if your fund earns 12% returns and the expense ratio is 2%, you're getting 10%. Finally, we have the total money that the fund manages, which is called AUM, or assets under management. Now you know the basics, so let's talk about how most people mess this up. Mistake number 1, the blind faith trap. The first mistake people make is treating SIPs like magic. People think मैंने SIP start कर दिया, अब तो पैसा अपने आप बढ़ जाएगा. But an SIP is just a tool, like a gym membership. And simply having a gym membership doesn't give you abs. Showing up does. But most people just don't get this. The good news is that monthly SIP contributions in India crossed 26,000 crore for the first time in December 2024. But unfortunately, the SIP stoppage ratio in 2025 was 75%. मतलब कि for every 100 new SIPs started, 75 were discontinued. Basically, people are starting SIPs thinking it's wealth creation on autopilot. But it's not. You still need to stay invested long enough to make real wealth, thanks to compounding. Compounding basically means that every month SIP earns its own returns, and over time those returns start generating their own returns, creating a snowball that keeps getting bigger. This is an example of how you can make money with SIPs if you just stay consistent, have a clear goal, and don't panic every time the market has a small dip. Alright, I'm sure you'll stick with your SIP in the long term now. So let's move on to the next mistake. Mistake number 2, wrong fund, right SIP. This is the most common mistake and it is starting an SIP without doing any research. पर ये कैसे पता करें कि हमारा फंड सही है या नहीं? क्योंकि ज़्यादातर लोग बस अपनी फ्रेंड की सजेशंस या फंड के 1 साल के रिटर्न्स देख के इन्वेस्ट करते हैं और खुद रिसर्च करना भूल जाते हैं. This is exactly why you have to do your due diligence and check for things like expense ratio. Anything above 1.5% is high. Compared to a regular mutual fund, a direct mutual fund typically saves you 0.5 to 1% because all your money is invested directly into the mutual fund without any middleman or fund distributor getting their cut. So before you invest, just make sure that your mutual fund has the word direct in it to get cheaper expense ratios. Now let me show you how expense ratio can actually affect your returns. Say you invest 10 lakh in a direct fund called Fund A, which charges 1% expense ratio, and your friend invested the same amount in Fund B, which charges an expense ratio of 2%. Over the next 20 years, both funds give the same gross return of 12%. Yet, both of you will end up with different amounts of money. At the end of 20 years, you will have 80.6 lakh, whereas your friend will only have 67.3 lakh. That's over 13 lakh rupees additional profit, just because you watched this video and checked for the expense ratio and your friend didn't. Next, you also have to check for the fund's past performance consistency, not just last year. Check for the 5-year and 7-year rolling returns. And the last one is the type of fund. Now, most people do a 2 to 3 year SIP in thematic funds or sector-based funds. And when that theme or sector doesn't do well, they completely stop their SIP and take the exit with a huge loss. A good example for this would be defense sector funds, being the talk of the town last year when everyone rushed towards these funds, but they crashed by 20% in just 6 months. So make sure you're not investing in sector or theme-based funds for the long term. Instead, you can go for the index funds, which basically mimic the returns of our Indian markets as a whole and not just one sector or theme. Mistake number 3, not stepping up SIPs. The third mistake is one that even disciplined investors make, and that's keeping your SIP amount the same for years. जरा सोचो, 2020 में तुम्हारी सैलरी थी 50,000 और तुमने 5,000 का SIP स्टार्ट किया. That's 10% of your income. पर अब 2025 आ गया, सैलरी बढ़ के 80,000 हो गई, बट SIP अभी भी 5,000 ही है. Your lifestyle upgraded, your rent upgraded, and your Zomato orders definitely upgraded. So why is your SIP still stuck in 2020? Let me show you what I mean with actual numbers. Say you start a 10,000 SIP at 12% returns. After 20 years, you will have around 1 crore. Sounds great, right? But what if you stepped up your SIP by just 10% every year? That 10,000 SIP becomes 11,000 next year, and then 12,100 the year after that, and so on. So if you have a 2 to 3 year old SIP and haven't touched the SIP amount since, this is your sign. Log in today, step it up. Your future self will literally thank you for those extra crores. Mistake number 4, the timing myth. The fourth mistake is a rookie one, and that's trying to time the market in the name of an SIP. This one hurts because you're literally doing the opposite of what an SIP is designed for. Remember what I said at the start? SIP exists so you can invest through volatility. The whole point is to keep going when markets drop, and that's the biggest advantage SIPs give you, and they actually work the best during crashes. Why? Because when markets fall, your 10,000 rupees SIP buys more units at lower prices. Let me explain. Let's say last month your 10,000 rupee SIP bought 100 units of your mutual fund at an NAV of 100 rupees per unit. Now imagine this month, due to some reason, your mutual fund NAV drops to 80 rupees. If you don't overthink and just continue your SIP for this month, your 10,000 will buy you not 100 but 125 units. And your total cost of buying last month's units and the current month's units gets averaged out at 88 rupees. If you remember what we chatted about earlier, this is basically the entire point of rupee cost averaging. The bottom line, when you stop during a crash, you've basically destroyed the one advantage SIP gives you. So be it a market correction or a huge crash, your SIPs should continue to maximize that edge they give you. Mistake number 5, no goal alignment. The fifth and the last mistake is having no clarity on why you're investing. Your Goa trip SIP cannot be the same as your retirement corpus SIP. Because if you need money in 1 year for a vacation, putting it in a small cap fund is insane. That fund might crash 30% in one bad year because small cap stocks are extremely volatile and your Goa trip can get downgraded to a day trip to Wonderland. And if you're building a retirement corpus 20 years away, an index fund or large cap fund can do wonders because they hold mostly reliable stocks. So don't just start investing and then hope that it'll get you to your goal. Before you invest in a mutual fund, write down your goals, attach a timeline to each one, and then pick the fund that can help you achieve the goal in your decided time frame. Now that you know the most common SIP mistakes that people make, I'm sure you will choose the best mutual fund to begin your SIPs this month. Because the truth is, your boring 10,000 SIP habit every month will beat your friends' flashy hot stock tips from Telegram over 10 years. Every single time. Why? Because with an SIP, you're consistent. You're not emotional and you're not trying to be smart. So if this video gave you a fresh perspective and made you think, then subscribe to Stacked. We're out here talking about saving and growing your hard-earned money. No BS, no agenda. Just knowledge that helps you. See you in the next one. Stay smart out there.